Welcome back to more Rule of Rose. Today we begin our search for the Bird of Happiness, although we don't know that quite yet. It would appear a little confab is going on. Let's listen in. She doesn't seem skittish, Diana. You're right, Meg. We'll have to push her a little harder. We'll discuss this later. Okay, let's meet in our secret place. It sounds like they know something about what's going on around here. At least for this chapter. Last video we heard mention of the Princess of the Red Rose. We are going to find out more about her later on. I didn't have time to talk about that at the end of last video. So our gift for the month is to find a bird. You will notice a theme from here on out. And there's a red bird feather. That is going to be our first clue in finding this bird. That is a thing with this game. Most of it is giving Brown something to look for and then looking at his butt, walking around the whole time until he finds what you're looking for. It's a mechanic that works well, but it would be nice if there was a little more variation. Then again, they tried variation by having combat, and that does not work out well at all for this game. So maybe we should have just stuck to Brown finds things for us. I am disappointed. Today is Thursday of the first week of my time off from work. At least this time I decided to take 3 weeks off of work instead of the usual 2 I take in August. So at least there's that. Although I have lots of games I want to get done during this time, which was met with only partial success. Yes, I see. Even my blind ass can see, Brown. Good boy, but come on. I got it. Although he does look so happy when he finds what you're telling him to find. It's pretty adorable. So there's that large trail of feathers. Damn bird's walking around naked! And as we come through here, we get a lot of Brown, and I don't mean the dog. This is really hard for me to see. I cannot see the doors very well at all in these hallways. There are these little paintings of birds on the walls that clue you in on what numbers you're going to need. There's a code we're going to need at the end where you're going to need a blue, yellow, and orange bird. The numbers on those you're going to add together to get, I think, the final code we need. It has been a week or so since I played this.
You know what? You know what? What? I don't like her. I'll never get along with her. No chance, not ever. She's such a pain. Just terrible. I can't stand the sight of her. She deserved it. Are we too cruel? Heavens, no. You're right. It's her own fault.
Well, those two seem thick as thieves. I hope they've left. I would hate for them to know that we've been hanging around when they were having their secret conversation. Oh. Hi. Eavesdropping, oh Jennifer? What a bad girl. I know what you're doing. You're looking for the bird of happiness, aren't you? It's in a room nearby, but I don't remember which room number. The bird will die if we don't hurry. And that will make Eleanor cry. No, I bet she'll be furious. She's gonna go insane. Then let's make a wager on whether or not she'll cry or get angry. It's a bet. Now, Jennifer, you're a piece of human filth. Well, I certainly don't want those two in my friend circle. So this chapter introduces something called bird imps. You don't want to deal with them if you don't have to. I don't think you're ever forced to fight them. Which is good because they are a pain in the ass to deal with. So this is going to get repetitive. Out of the first 6 or 7 chapters, this is my least favorite. There are a couple of chapters at the end which I like less for other reasons. This one is just repetitive, so you'll get a code, you'll input it into this box. I'm really trying to not make certain jokes I usually make. It's just the same thing over and over again. So now that we got a code, we get a scrap of paper. It's missing a piece, so we got to find that, put them together, and we will have the next code that we put in. Is all. And of course, Brown will be the one to search for these things. I swear they're using the same sound files they used in Haunting Ground. And it's not even the same company. Capcom did Haunting Ground. Alright, I'm going. So I hope anybody watching this is doing well today. I thought I could check that marking on the wall. I cannot, but we found the second piece of this document. We have to do this 2 more times, and they get to be in more and more pieces. Once, maybe twice more. I think twice more. I hope you're doing well today. This was not the ideal game for me to pick for December, but it's what I'm rolling with. I will go ahead and wish those of you who celebrate Christmas a happy Christmas. Happy Hanukkah for those who celebrate that. And if you don't celebrate either of those, then whatever day you happen to be watching this on, I hope it's a good one. And also I hope you have a happy new year, because I'm not sure if I'm going to post any of these after Christmas. You'll of course know by the time that happens. But from my perspective, it's August, so I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I suppose I could post a few post-Christmas. Either way, let's keep searching these samey corridors. This is also the second chapter that we have to go after one of those golden knives. With each one we go after, they get less and less fun. Actually, the one we get in this chapter I think is the worst. If memory serves. I'm trying. You can't find this without telling Brown to look for it. I came in here and forgot to do that. And for some reason, every time you start a chapter, Jennifer's weapon is unequipped. Which is bizarre. At the moment, we don't need it. But we will when we go for that second golden knife. Occasionally, you'll see Eleanor over there. If you click on her, she'll just say, "It's not a red bird. I want a red bird." It's not that special. Come on, Brown. We got things to do. Like finishing this LP so I can start another one. I'm still debating between re-recording Onimusha and re-recording Blood Omen. I'm gonna do both. In here you can pick up scones. They're another healing item on the same level as a biscuit. And here this chick just blames us for the birds not coming when she calls them. I don't know who this chick is. And I don't care. It's weird seeing Diane and Meg thick as thieves in this chapter. Some of it kind of makes sense. Oh god. Yeah, these are the bird imps. They are probably the most annoying enemy in the game. Hoffman might be worse. The next boss is probably worse. The final boss is not as annoying as these guys are. There we go, so now we can leave. And now I realized I need to equip a weapon. And I tried this a few times, so these things were pissing me off at this point. But the combat system has no lock on, so this really didn't serve a purpose. So this did not benefit me. I guess you could say my hubris got the better of me. And you can't stomp the enemies when they're on the ground. Thanks for that, jerk. Oh, I would love to kill that thing, but it doesn't matter because it would just respawn when you go back in the room. I'm not going back in that room, but still. If for some reason you had to, it would respawn. Well, that annoyance is out of the way. Let's go hunting for a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. No, this is a steel pipe, Jennifer. Get it right. So I show the numbers for 2 of these 3. The orange one I don't show. But I will show the code that you need. Fortunately, that does not change. Thank Christ, or I would be really irritated. I'm guessing these devs love the color brown. Not only is the dog named Brown, but the whole airship is brown. Right, this is annoying as hell. I'm pretty sure these are infinite spawning. All I wanted to do was attack this thing, get the knife, and get out, but the thing's not down yet. By the time it actually did go down, these assholes were upon me. Damn it, no hugs allowed. All I'm trying to do is leave. Fuck that corridor. At least this is not required to complete the game. So that's something. There are a lot of forced fights in this game, and there really should not be, considering how bad this combat system is. But at least that section is not required. I obviously did it, but you don't have to. It's good to. We will get a nice item for doing that side quest, which I will show off in video 9. Awesome. There are false bird calls that if you go in one of those rooms, you'll be locked in there until you deal with a bird imp. You don't want to do that. I was wrong. This should be the last one. All right, Brown, you know the drill. We got to go find things. Because that's what we get paid to do. Okay, we don't actually get paid. Well, whatever, that's what we're doing anyways. And I was showing off there the difference between the text in the article, and Jennifer's take on that are a little different. She's a little more honest about things. It's nice to get a little insight into how she thinks about things. I think the only words we've heard her say in this game so far are no, and then asking the boy to wait at the start of the game. So we really don't know her that well. Okay. I think that's our clue to use those birds as the final clue for that safe, so we can unlock it. I'm not sure how we ended up there. That hallway must have looped around. I never learned the layout of this portion of the airship. Usually I just follow Brown. It would have been nice if they made the doors a different color than the walls. That would have made them easier to see. Although thank the metal gods I'm able to find this room every time. This is similar to the story from the end of the last video. So the boxes are going to get smaller. And we're probably not going to like what's inside. Open Sessa, Jennifer. I know something's in here. Give.
It wasn't me, honest.
That audio clip reminds me of the sound Lara used to make in the old Tomb Raider games when she was climbing. So, we've been accused of something we didn't do. Well, we can't worry about that. It's time to read the missing page from that story from the end of last video. And what great lessons will we learn today? Eventually, I'm not even going to show all of these anymore. I'll just show the portion we haven't read. There are 2 more chapters like this. I mentioned last video there is a formula to this game, much like Dead Space, which oddly enough only came out 2 years after this. Alright, well, upon reading this, Jennifer remembered a promise that she made, and she wanted to write it down on a chalkboard so she never forgets again. Everlasting. Don't know what that could mean, but I guess we will find out later. Good morning, Jennifer. Do you remember anything now? I see, you remember one of them. That's still not good enough. You're such a silly girl. Hurry, hurry, read the story, Jennifer. You little brat. If you weren't a figment of Jennifer's imagination, I would smack you with this metal pipe. But no sense worrying about that. It's time to take a look at the next story. And this one is the Goat Sisters. There is technically a boss in this next chapter. It's not nearly as bad as Hoffman or the one after, but it will be annoying. So the story, of course, will have parallels to what we have to deal with in the next chapter. And Jennifer getting blamed for things she didn't do will be a theme over these chapters. It's not here. What if someone else finds it? There must be something important to you. Why don't you go find it? Huh. More mentioning of Jennifer looking for something. That will definitely be important later on. However, we will have to see how that plays out later. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time with more Rule of Rose.